Hi there, I'm TF Wright. I'm the creator, writer, and coder for Living the Dream. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about myself, actually. I don't really like talking about myself. In fact, I'm now on my third take for this video. I don't like putting myself out there like some product to be consumed. But I had an epiphany and I just had to share it with people. See here, this is Reeve, who works in an office as a fundraiser for an environmental charity group, which is something that I did. And then I got burned out, and then I quit and became a writer and game developer. I also have Reeve eventually quit this job and become a writer. I didn't like fundraising. I didn't like how everyday conversations about things became a sort of struggle about winning and losing, about how I had to constantly worry about things like conversion rates and numbers and things like that. It really burns away your soul to constantly be begging people for money. And yet, what is a Kickstarter campaign, right? I have tried very hard to make this campaign work. I put way more energy into marketing this one than any other marketing campaign that I have ever done. And despite that, I have 5 successful Kickstarters under my belt, and we have a few days left to go. This appears to be the first one that I potentially will not hit the goal for. I'm still not entirely sure why. I have some suspicions, like changes at Twitter and things like that, but I I know that I am not cut out to be a fundraiser. I am not cut out to constantly be begging my friends for favors. I am not cut out to build a friendship with someone for the primary purpose of later getting a favor from that person. I am not cut out to structure entering a community with a group of people and integrating myself with that community for the sole purpose of later using that community as a fundraising resource. I am not cut out for taking every single creative idea I have and trying to think, how can I sell this to someone? I'm not cut out for trying to identify which people have a lot of spending power and then trying to pitch them on donating at the highest levels of my project. Those of you who are creative, you know what I'm talking about. You know how so much of the hustle that's supposed to go into doing the work is in this. So much of the energy that you should be putting into making the stuff people love is put into just doing this grueling marketing stuff, half of which doesn't even work anyway. I owe it to this project to succeed, but more than that, I owe it to my amazing team. I have some really, really talented people, artists, composer, voice actor, graphic designer. So many wonderful, really amazing people want to help this project come to life. And I don't want to let them down, you know? I don't want to say to them, I couldn't make it happen for whatever reason, whether it's Twitter's limitations or my limitations or whatever. I don't want to tell them that. But it is what it is. This project is very personal. Like I said, I don't like to talk about myself. If you read the Kickstarter page, which will be in the link under this video, I don't mention a lot about me. But I've put myself into this game. From the way Nailith talks too much and gets into trouble by being argumentative and stubborn, to Reeve being burned out on a fundraising job and becoming a writer, and all the other fun gender stuff that happens to Reeve along the way, to Ugni being someone that was so alone that when she first found love, she talked herself into ignoring all the red flags and ended up getting terribly hurt. To even Lavinia, who spends so much of the story obsessing about the role that she has and how she doesn't want other people to think of her as a bad person. Even to Sherry, the boss, I am yeah, I eventually became the boss of the fundraising office. And I was ordered by my boss to fire people if they couldn't hit numbers. It was a pretty soul crushing experience. Just like fundraising is a pretty soul crushing experience. I don't want to tell people we're not going to hit the goal. I don't want to relaunch the Kickstarter and do this for another month. I want to put all my energy into making this happen. So if you're watching this and there's still a few days left, yeah, I mean, the last thing I want to do is ask people for money. I know times are tough. Times have been tough for a long time. And this isn't something anybody needs. And part of me thinks if you don't like it from looking at the demo, then I don't want you to give. This demo should speak for itself. But, you know, yeah, I am just going to say we have an incredibly diverse, incredibly talented team that really want to bring this dream to life. So if you want to support it, support it. And if you're watching this and it's past the Kickstarter deadline and the campaign was not successful, I'm also going to put a link to PayPal. And if you want to do what you can, yeah, I'm not going to say no. I'm going to say thank you for whatever you can do, because this is tough. In the movies, sometimes they talk about creative people and they say they struggle with writer's block. I'm not going to say I never struggle with writer's block, but there has never been any struggle that's been harder than this. There's never been any struggle that's been harder than marketing. There's never been any struggle that's as hard as knowing that, like, no matter how you grow as a professional, every single product you do is just going to get less and less and less attention because algorithms are going to change, or markets are going to get saturated, or what have you. So yeah, I don't know if I have a good way to close this because, like I said, I'm not good at talking about myself. This is the third time I've tried to do it this evening. But if you want to help make this happen, if you are so one of the many team members or people who wanted to be part of the team, I really want to say thank you so much for everything that you've done. I really, words are not enough to say thanks for the so many talented people. We're doing interviews with them. You know, I'm gonna put the link to that too. We're doing interviews with the cast. That's how cool the cast is. It's really, really talented. They've shared their own stuff with me too. So many creative people who are working on even, you know, some of their own ideas, but they took time off that to help try to make this happen. I want to say thank you so much again. And yeah, if you're just some person that doesn't even know who I am, doesn't know what this project is, maybe you're a creative person too, and you have also known what it's like to feel that uncomfortableness with the hustle of fundraising, the uncomfortableness with having to turn what should be fun, just fun discussions about random stuff into this way of trying to figure if you can get money out of someone, you know, to help make something happen. If you feel your soul being crushed from that grind, yeah, just like leave a comment. Tell me about what it's been like for you. Tell me about your passion, your dreams, what you're doing, and the crap that you've had to deal with to get there. So I know I'm not the only person in the situation. I mean, that's the thing, right? There's the that's one of the other things that's so hard for me to do. There's so many people with so many great ideas. Why do I even presume that it should be me that is able to make it happen? Why am I so arrogant? I'm going to say, yeah, I should be the one that gets to make this come to life when there's so many people that have so many crazy dreams. Well, I will leave it at that. Thank you so much for listening.